Hello friends, welcome back to the channel. Today is Monday, June 12th, and we're going to go ahead and harvest the rest of our cabbage from the garden. This cabbage has been in here way too long. We planted it way back in September, so we're talking September, October, November. We've been growing this cabbage almost 10 months, if you can believe it. But over the winter, it kind of was dormant and didn't grow a lot. Then here, since the spring came, it's been growing and heading up, and we've been harvesting them as we needed. But now it's come time to just get the rest of them out of here. I may leave the red cabbage back here, but we're going to get the rest of these out, and we've got uh, three different kinds here. Uh, so the first kind is up front there, will be stonehead cabbage. And then we have a couple here that are called all seasons cabbage, and then this one here, and even this one back here is Copenhagen cabbage. And actually, those Copenhagen cabbage were some of the biggest ones we got. I can actually see a bad spot starting on this one, so we definitely need to get these out of here. Just see what we end up getting. But what we can't eat, we're going to feed to the chickens, so none of it's actually going to go to waste. But let's just go ahead and start at the front of the row here. This is one of those stonehead cabbage, and they did, even when they were small, these were the ones that probably headed up the best early, even at smaller size. Like this is going to be fairly small, but it's a nice solid cabbage head in there. And what I'm going to do is go ahead and cut back most of this so I can have more room in my harvest basket. All that'll go to the chickens. So they're going to have plenty to eat, even without me giving them any of that one there that's split. There's one stonehead cabbage that's turned out to be decent size. Just a second. So overall, we didn't end up having a ton of bug pressure on these. And I'm going to credit that to the red or purple cabbage, however you want to call it, back there, because those had a lot of bug pressure, and that I think was our trap crop. Kept the bugs from everything else. It's good. So, there's another that ain't big. They're like softball size too, but in reality, if you're just gonna make like some coleslaw or something like that, that's probably all you really need. So let's see which more. Let's just go ahead and get all the stonehead cabbages first, and I think that's the idea. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a stonehead cabbage over there. All right. Once we get all this cleared out of here, now we're going to probably come back and try to plant some sort of cowpeas. Probably some pink eye, purple hull cowpeas, and probably another variety. I can't think of the name right now, but yeah, that's what we're going to plant here. Yeah, I see a little hole right there in this one, but keep peeling away, or you cut away that little spot and it'll be good. Another one. This is a stonehead cabbage as well. All of these except for the last two are going to be stonehead cabbage, and the last two will be the all seasons cabbage. So this one here is a lot smaller, but still it's a solid head. So there you go. There's your little culprits, the slug eating the cabbage. That's what eats it. Probably could have just left it in the pile here, and the girls would have ate that, I bet. So these here is where I'd already harvested the cabbages, and then some new growth came back. You could probably eat that when it was young and tender, and it might not taste that bad. Chopped up in a salad or something. We'll go ahead and get that to the girls. Another stonehead cabbage. This, I think, is the last stonehead cabbage. Smallest. I can tell you, I've been noticing a little trend of the garden that stuff at this end toward where the red cabbage are, it's a little slower to grow. I'm really noticing it over there in my squash and zucchini plants. The first half of the bed is way better than the second half. That's all the stonehead cabbage. Not too shabby. Let's go ahead and get the all seasons cabbage. I think that one of them, no, well, the one of them here is split. So we may end up having to give most of this one to the chickens. Should have got it a little sooner because this was actually the best head of it we got here. But I could cut that top half off, no problem. I can tell you that just from what I'm looking at now. And there's plenty of good cabbage there. If I get it off here, I'll bring it up a little closer to the camera and show you how it's split open and peel away some of these back leaves here. So you see the cabbage. It split. It was out there too long. Still solid head of cabbage, and slice away that top part there, and the rest of it will be good cabbage. So that one. It's another all seasons. We certainly got a pile of scrap for the chickens, or you could even, if you didn't have chickens, you could use this in the bottom of some of your containers, or even in your compost pile. But you could put these kind of leaves like this and compost in place right in your containers if you didn't put too much of it in there. And here we go in the last cabbage in this row. So we got a couple of tomatoes planted in this row up there at the front there. One is a big boy that somebody gave me, and the other one is a cutting from the early girl tomato that we had been growing in the mason jar. And then right here, I actually just planted this Carolina Reaper. So we got a few things in that row, but there's no more cabbage. And then that right there in that pot, which it's not doing that great because I've been taking care of it that much. It's another cutting from the tomato, early growth tomato that's in the mason jar. But I don't know if you watched the last video, I mentioned that one ain't doing too good. I think it's done. That experiment is over, I believe. It lasted about a year growing in nothing but water, but won't get enough sunlight in the back. Once the sun got high in the sky, it just no longer getting good sunlight. So this one's had a little more bug pressure. Keep digging. Get down to where it doesn't seem to have any much left on that though. Yeah, little nub, but you could certainly make something coleslaw or something out of it. And then I think we got one more of these all seasons cabbage, which is right here. This is where we'd harvested one already. So this one has a really bad looking spot right here where the bugs got in it. Let's see how much of that we can peel away and get to something decent. Yeah, got kind of deep into this one, but really you just take a knife to that right there, that little spot right there, and you'll be all right. Yep. The rest of it's real nice, solid cabbage. So we got left are two Copenhagen cabbage, and one of them has some bad looking spots on it, and the other one looks like it's never had it up. It's starting to bolt. This one, once we peel away the bad, ain't gonna be near as big. We left this out here too long. That's really the truth of the matter. And so we're gonna lose some of it. That's our fault. That's all right. It'll be all right. So you see on that side it's real dark. You just keep peeling away, and eventually you'll get to some good cabbage in there. Peel away the bad parts. All right, so yeah, that goes kind of deep, but it's another one of those where you're gonna need to take the knife and cut out the bad, or either feed it to the chickens, one or the other. But yeah, really, it's a little bit of peeling I did with that. And clippers, I've gotten it pretty good. Most of the ugly stuff off of it. The rest of it's just fine. Yeah, yeah. There was some bad in there for sure. Yeah. Yeah, I definitely had to peel away a lot more of that than I would have wanted to, but now that we're down into it, Yeah, you wash that up. We've taken the bad off. It's still bigger than some of those other heads that we got. And then the last one of these green cabbage anyway is probably not going to be good for anything but chicken. So yeah, there's no head in there. Barely some little small fresh stuff in there you might could munch on, would be good, but no head. We're just going to give the whole thing to the chickens. So that's cleaned out this bed pretty good. I'm glad to get the cabbage, but I'm ready to start growing something different here. So glad to see it finally getting taken out of here. So I don't know, these other ones are so small, and I'm not sure they may not even be helping some of our other plants. So what I'm going to do is I'm probably just going to leave a couple of them, at least for a few more days, but I'm going to take this one right here, the biggest one, which ain't very big. Does have a little small cabbage head on it. Let's see what we can get, if anything, because these were been munched on by the bugs for sure. They like this kind, no doubt about that. I don't think we're getting none. I don't think we're going to get any. It's all going to the chickens, it looks like. Let's just keep, it's a head of cabbage for sure, but it ain't very big. It's solid. I don't know, maybe I can get past the bugs. I don't think so. I think they've made it all the way. Yeah. Just totally taking it out. Alright. Well, did we finally get to it? I think we did. Well, it ain't much there. We lost our clippers in the process, looks like. We stuck them in a pocket. Let's see if we can take the bottom of that off. So, it's nothing but a little taste, but it adds some color to a little bit of coleslaw or something, probably. So, the rest of those is probably going to end up as chicken food back here. Right now, we'll just continue letting them be a trap crop for the next day or two, and we'll go from there, I guess. So, I'm going to go ahead and bring the final harvest over there and let y'all see it up close, a little closer anyway. It's pretty heavy. That's what we ended up with. Not terrible. Probably end up giving away a couple of these. And, that's that. And hopefully we'll go ahead and get beans or something planted out here, and they'll get going for us. But with that, we're going to end the video right here. So everyone, like, subscribe, and share, and enjoy your day. Okay, friends, we were going to end the video, but I decided I need to go ahead and harvest this other bucket, or this other number 7 nursery pot of potatoes. This is gold potatoes. So if you stuck around, here's a little bonus. We're going to harvest some potatoes. I actually got 2 more behind me that's going to need to be harvested within the next few days. But this one's definitely done. And I don't want whatever potatoes we got in here to start sprouting again. So we're going to see what we got. And just like the red potatoes, these didn't get much time. So they've been in the bucket about a week longer. So, 82 days or whatever. But not as long as they really should have been. So I'm not sure how much we'll get, but we'll just have to see. Hopefully it's something decent. Don't see anything yet. That don't mean nothing. Of course, we might not get nothing. Well, I think I see the seed potato. I mean, that looks like the seed potato, but I don't think it did any sprouting. So that's unusual. All right, so here's the actual potato that grew in here. But this one right here looks like the seed potato. All right. So here's I think we had 2 seed potatoes in there. Looks like only one of them sprouted. So we're probably not going to get much. We just have to see. Well, so considering all things considered, I don't know why that one potato did not sprout. Don't know. With that being the case, I don't think we did all that bad. That was the one seed potato. Sprouted for us. But here's the other one. Heck, it's, other than the color, it almost looked like it could grow. I mean, it could be eaten. It certainly could grow. I don't know. Wonder what happened to it. Just don't know. But I don't know how much y'all could see. But this is what we ended up getting. So, not a total skunk, but between the amount of potato we put in and what we got out, if you only count the one that sprouted, we did okay. But if you count the one that didn't, we pretty much broke even. But that's how it goes sometimes. Everything don't always work out when you garden. And a lot of times it's because you didn't take care of them good enough. Sometimes it's the bugs. Sometimes it's weather. You just never know. There's all kinds of variables. So don't get discouraged if you fail. You just keep trying. Okay, so thanks for sticking around to the end. Y'all have a great day.